Hey guys, it's Adam here. So I've not really slept because yesterday was the GPT-4 announcement and I've been up all night playing with those features and trying it out. So I just want to do this video to tell you guys what those new features are and what you can expect. I guess the first thing though I want to tell you about is how I experienced the whole thing because it's quite a stark contrast. Right? It's no longer these sort of poor devs with a what visions of grandeur right in their basement. It was opened up with this super corporate-esque space, office space, minimalistic, bonsai tree in the background, like a real corporate zen feel, and that's definitely reflected in the new improvements on the model. So I guess that's what happens when you go from being, non-profit to a profit organization, and that's a video for another time. But the model itself is pretty goddamn awesome. The first thing that sort of strikes the mind is you could say it's like ChatGPT, but with eyes. Because the demo that the guy did was he took a photo of some scribbles on the back of a cigarette packet, and then from there it generated workflows and workloads and interpreted everything that he had put. And he did spend time going through creating a chat, like a Discord bot, and reading out detail from images. So there's this new dimension to it. So you can ingest images, but I think it doesn't output images yet. So that's the main new feature there. The other one is I guess if you're a Plus user and you're already subscribed, you can start playing with ChatGPT 4 now. One of the sort of other main things that's been going around the internet is the performance of how GPT-4 has been doing at exams and things, and I think it hit the 90% and above or 90th percentile for the bar exam, which is I think it's the America's legal exam for lawyers, so it's really hard to pass. It's a bit more pricey, but that's for the new features. For the existing features, I think it's cheaper because of efficiency improvements. And I'm kind of looking at my notes here, by the way. And I think the other thing is you get more tokens, right? So there's 32,000 tokens, so that's a big improvement over before. I think the input tokens is increased to 8,000 as well, so that's a really big thing because I like to paste long form documents and I don't like to sort of break it up. Now, there's a couple other features as well. So they talked about 82% reduction in responding to unauthorized requests. So that's really the corporate influence there, right? They're clamping down on anything that's not within the TOCs. And again, that's another video for another time. But so you can expect this to be much less compliant when you want it to do things that are slightly off script. The other things that they've done is they've reduced hallucinations by 40%. So what that means is you would get this case where it would do a string of lies that sound either convincing or you can see it's kind of got itself in a loop. That's been reduced by 40%. But those are just optimizations you would expect anyway. So that's not really a big thing. I guess the big thing for me personally is that we've been expecting large language models to plateau. We just have in every other field, Moore's law, you expect these gains to come to some sort of plateau, but that's not what we're seeing. I mean, maybe GPT-5 will be we would start to see that and then it'll be milking the last drops, but this is a stepwise improvement over GPT-3, which was over GPT-2 and GPT-1. So the gradient is still going up and we're still seeing big changes. Really then the question is that everybody's asking is can this thing actually automate work? I would say not on its own, right? There's going to be companies out there that are going to apply plugins and things. So I would say this tool combined with some really good automation and maybe some corporate overlords, lots of people working to generate this new automation software with GPT-4 in the background, I would say it's highly likely. So there you have it. Those are the changes. I'm playing about with it. The API is not yet available, but you can go on the wait list. If you've got any questions, put them in the comments. I'd be happy to answer them, and we'll catch you on the next one. Cheers.